All right. First and foremost, we give all praise unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Makwa, Quadash. Double honors to the elders, GMS, peace, citation, blessing, Akim, Laban is true, Shalom, hopeful elect. And I titled this video, Trust in the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And, Lord willing, be an edifying lesson, you know. Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawah Shah, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawah Shah, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawah Shah, Call, Halayim, La, Yahawah, Bashim Yahawah Shah, Bashim Kokadash. All right, so I'm going to start with Isaiah. Isaiah, Salakia, Job 14, verse 5. Job 14, verse 5. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as an hireling his day. So, Yahawah Bashmi Ashai has put forth bounds which these devils cannot pass. And once a set time is reached, then destruction is going to come forth. Next verse, Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So, these devils, when their wicked agenda and their plans, moving forward, once these devils about to fill their belly, Lord Yahawah is gonna bring that wrath, death and destruction. Over here in America, Babylon the Great, and and these other countries that join hand in hand. So I'm gonna get next verse, Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. I'll start verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the whole world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And we seeing that right now, to an extent. All the stuff happening all over the earth. Wickedness is polluting the whole earth. Like saying Second Ezra, chapter 16, I think. But continue on, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, Lord will, we have that hopeful number. And these days, like you say, going to be shortened. And if it weren't for, Yahawah Bashim Yashai, coming in to save the elect, if this earth is continue on the path that it's going, then no flesh should be saved. These fucking devils, they're going to have everything just death. That's all. They don't know life. All they know is death. So next verse, Psalm 64. Psalm 64, verse 7. I'll start up at I'll start verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Who's the enemy? The wicked. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You know, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot at them with the arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. You know, and that's a future prophecy to come. You know, the Assyrians coming over to they're gonna get shot toward America. You know, Babylon the Great. Let me get Obadiah. Verse 3. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee. You know, these devils, they proud, man. But what it say? The pride of thy heart, you know, their mind, it had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in the heart, in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and who does that? You know, Esau. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI. So we know, you know, what's to come, man. Death and destruction. Lord, he gonna bring these devils down, you know. And I get verse 18. Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord YAHAWASHI has spoken it. You know? And that's future prophecy to come. You know, the words of the Lord not gonna come back void, you know, roughly paraphrasing. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So, you know, it's like say Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. You know, the wicked will continue to do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, you know, roughly paraphrasing. Let's get real quick. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. I was watching a video earlier, you know, that the elder Gabar was did on the moon landing, you know, with the was it Stanley Kubrick or whatever his name is. But that made me think of you know, John 8:44. You know, that's all these devils know how to do is destroy and then lie. You know, what it say, Revelation, you know, the sword is given to them to take peace from the earth, and that's exactly what these devils have done. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye, in the words of YAHAWASHI, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. He abode not the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. You know what I mean? Like, that, you gotta think, where did it start, man? You know, it started fucking probably back, you know, back in Cain and Abel, when Cain slew Abel and lied about it. You know what I mean? That these devils, it's just in them to be that way, you know. It's lucky. I know brothers have been trying not to say but hey, Lord, when we had a hopeful number, and Lord open our eyes, and we see and we hear and we do know. So all praise YAHAWASHI. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. Woo! Let's see what else I got. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So most of the world, you got your 2/3, you got, your other nations, but primarily the 2/3 whom are chasing after this beast system, who trust in man rather than, YAHAWASHI. The Lord, He's sending them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, and that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, if that's your lot, to trust in your oppressor, to trust in the devil the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom, then that's what it is, man. And man, woe to you, But Lord, when we have hopeful number, we come in this truth, and Lord, open our eyes and our ears, and we see and we hear. It's just that's what it is. Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of it. For least Satan should get advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. Through the power of YAHAWASHI, we ain't ignorant of Satan's devices. Of these devil's devices. The elder brother Gabar is going into that. Talking about Lucifer, how it's talking about the man, talking about Esau, talking about the wicked, the light bearers. But back to it, wisdom of Solomon, wisdom, chapter 4, verse 19. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste, and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish. Was Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses will continue forever. They're a generation. Generation to generation, and they call their lands after their own names. Roughly paraphrasing. That's how these devils think. Isaiah chapter 30. Verse 12. And really, you read the whole chapter, Isaiah 30. But just for time's sake, I'm going to start at 12 and get 12 and 13. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, many, the 2/3, they despise the word of YAHAWASHI. They rather listen to the oppressor Esau. Like the verse. I thought it was somewhere in here, but the verse that say, prophesying to me, smooth things. That's what they want, man. They don't want to hear, you're gonna get judged for living wickedly. They don't want to hear that. They want to live wickedly and hear, the smooth things, you know, deceit and lies. Hey, that's their lot, you know. Salakia. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. You know, and that's how it's going to be to those who are spiritually blinded. It's going to come at an instant. You know, we're us brothers in the faith and the know, you know, sisters, you know, receiving this word and truth, you know, starting with the elders on down. We had time to prepare ourselves, you know, build our faith, and we, with wisdom and knowledge, we gain understanding of these prophecies of what is about to take place. You know, a time like never before, since there was, you know, like that precept I got a minute ago. You know what I mean? A time like never before. You know, Salakia. So I end with this one right here. Hey, Shalom, you on the comp board? If it's still rolling, somebody's phone kicks me off, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. Slack, I don't think that's it. I'm gonna start at verse 1. That's Isaiah, Salaki. That's what it is. I got wrong. That's the one I was wanting to get though. I'll start at verse 1. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, YAHAWASHI, that take counsel, but not of me, and cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You know, they trust in the oppressor, they trust in Egypt. You know, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Woe to them that trust in man, you know. Isaiah 31, verse 1, you know, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. The popo up here, look like they drove by and then they pulled over. God, it's lucky. I'm gonna get this one more precept. I'm on my way. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. All right. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? What is his son's name? If thou canst tell. You know, Yahweh and YAHAWASHI. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So, you know, that's what's going to amount to, you know, putting your faith and trust wholeheartedly in Yahweh, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, in these times to come. You know, that's going to be the only way to make it. You know what I mean? So, I had a little Wednesday edifying lesson, a little lunchtime, quick hitter. So, you know, all praise Yahweh, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Fakadash. You know, a Bible ball. Kwam Yasha Allah, DTA Babylon the Great. Shalom.